Ashley, Dr. Cheever sent me.
I could be a carrier.
Right. I know. You found the next big outbreak.
Wait, don't put... That could have fomites on it. I haven't figured out if the disease can be transferred through surfaces yet.
Really?
Wow. I wouldn't have touched that if I were you. We need to find patient 0. So far, only graduate students have died from this. I believe that there are carriers and there are hosts. The average age of those who have died is 27. Now, I've already taken it upon myself to quarantine some suspicious characters.
What do you mean you're quarantining people?
I took the people whose demographics align with the 5 deceased, and were also behaving quite unusually.
Do you know what will happen if this goes public? Surprise, surprise. Still the same, Ashley. It's too early to quarantine people. 5 deaths is nothing. I know for a fact that Curry Bowl Wednesdays in the Sage Cafe have killed more.
Lauren, this will be huge. There's an obscene number of people with symptoms right now. The death toll will be astronomical if we don't do something about it. Do you still have the direct line to the Coast Guard?
Ashley, enough. Don't you listen to Betsy and Ingrid? Every year, they remind the first years that 10% of the class succumbs to drinking from a fire hose. 5 deaths is nothing in the NBA survival rate.
It's more than that. It was either planted or some strange mutation of another virus. If we don't find out who patient 0 is, we won't know why there are carriers and why there are hosts.
You don't even go to a top 10 business school. It wasn't planted. Who would want to target you? You never do your homework, Ashley. You just throw darts at the wall and you got lucky with Zika one fucking time.
I've been asking the powerful questions, the whats and the hows, and frankly, I'm not going to take your feedback unless you give it to me in an SBIR framework.
Where's the hard evidence? We need the molecular makeup of the virus. If you call on the big guns and you're wrong, it's going to ruin this pathetic career pivot you're trying to make.
You know what? I'll give you your patient 0. I'm going to categorize the virus one way or another, even if that means going into the hot zone myself. It's pleomorphic, but tends toward ovoid in shape.
I can see some structures on the surface that look like glycoproteins, but it almost looks synthetic.
It shows novel characteristics and appears to be chimeric in origin.
We tested all of our antibodies. I didn't see any cross-reactivity. There's certainly nothing morphologically pathognomic, which is typical of a paramyxovirus.
CDC official has been reported disembarking a plane at the Ithaca airport. Questions remain as to if this is related to the unidentified illness outbreak across Cornell graduate students.
Ugh, come on, did you see those pictures?
Disgusting.
Ugh. Next up, spring cleaning tips. We've got the story on how you can repurpose your neighbor's trash for new clothes for your kids.
Thank you all for coming today. I invited you, student leaders, past and present, to talk about this full-fledged epidemic. Lauren, we have James Feld, student body co-chair, Peter Kinley, outgoing consulting club president, and Christina Furlan, outgoing wine club president with expertise in Tuscan Reds.
We've analyzed the virus using both top-down and bottom-up market sizing. The virus has both bat and pig sequences, and I can say with full authority that it's derived from overexposure to undergrads.
How do you know? Where is the evidence?
Well, undergrads are taking over your spaces. Look at who's getting sick. I mean, there's excessive Tinder activity, people are spending time at Hideaway, at Mooney's.
But how did this happen? How could it spread so quickly?
The average person touches his face 3 to 5 times every waking minute. That's 1 trillion fomites per second.
Can it spread via surfaces?
Yeah, it's a phonetic sequence.
Fomatic?
It means it can be transferred from surface to surface. So if a person has the virus and they touch a management library computer.
Why would anyone use those computers?
Any surface can have fomites.
I think you're blowing this out of proportion. Take this swine flu. All you did was getting people scared.
Honestly, this is a big waste of time. You're acting like we're at a safe social without any booze.
Everybody listen, this is a huge deal. The virus attacks adult Homo sapiens over the age of 25. Undergraduates are the carriers, but the virus never gets beyond stage 2 in them because the undergraduate liver is simply too strong. The virus is pleoelastic in nature.
We're wasting time talking about this. The R naught's too high.
R naught?
How quickly the virus spreads.
So, is it bad? I mean, is the virus going to attack a fuck ton of people?
2 factons?
Wait. Are we talking metric fuck tons?
Okay. How did this even happen?
As we said before, a feeble-bodied MBA student was overexposed to the wrong undergrad. Possibly several undergrads.
We need to know the cause.
Listen, I've narrowed it down to patient 0. Dustin Kenneth Dorff. We know that he's had extreme exposure to the carrier population, and we believe that when the virus hit his system, it mutated during the incubation period. Since, it's been spreading with celerity, and it will only spread further unless we do something to stop it. Basically, the wrong MBA student was overexposed to the wrong undergrad.
We used immunological membrane attack complex outlines. I'm really confident. What we need to do is quarantine Sage immediately and keep all the undergrads out until we can create a vaccine.
James, can we actually kick out the undergrads?
Yeah, seems legit. I mean, I don't foresee us having any issues with like the police or charity.org campaigns.
Benissimo, that's great. We can finally kick them out.
Awesome. It's a great idea.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So we'll begin to talk about next steps in developing a vaccine.
Yep. We should probably start by microchipping all the undergrads that come into Sage so we can track their movements.
Yeah, I knew a dog that was microchipped once, and that went really well for the owners. Basically, we can invoke a zapping system so that they're automatically repelled from the building. Front doors. Yes, we could also play ultrasonic sounds. That might keep them out, too.
Or classical music, that might keep them out.
I'll catch up with y'all in a sec. Cool. Where are we?
Okay, bypassing the FERPA system. GPA of those deceased 2.7.
Perfect. Plant the antidote to the virus. Move on to Operation Purge the Jobless.
Absolutely. Let's move to the next stage. If we stay this course, we'll get to top 5 in no time.
Ha 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 ha!